/n img 5264 ===n. There are many real estate agents that would prefer to only work with buyers. They find being a buyer's agent easier than being the listing agent. This chapter is going to summarize the duties of representing the buyer. In this way, you will have the skills to wear both hats. Before you can begin working with a buyer, you must first create a buyer agency agreement. This contract will set out the terms of your working relationship. As a review, do you remember how many types of authorized brokerage relationships you can have with a buyer? If you said there are three, then you answered correctly. The three different types of buyer agency agreements are E. Exclusive right to represent contract, E. Non-exclusive right to represent contract, and the E. Non-exclusive not for compensation contract. If you are having difficulty remembering the differences between these buyer agency agreements, you may want to go back and review page 98. Depending on what agency agreement you use will determine how you are getting paid. Most buyer agency agreements stipulate that your client, the buyer, is only obligated to pay the commission if you are not being paid out of the seller's commission. The contract is also going to have an expiration date, meaning that you have a limited amount of time to fulfill your duties. Once you have a signed and dated copy of the buyer agency agreement, you are now ready to find properties for your client. Just remember that you have a fiduciary responsibility to your client. You must act in their best interest and keep her information confidential. 179 /n img 5265 ===n. When working with a buyer, your main objective is to locate the property that matches their criteria. The only way you are going to know what to look for is by clearly establishing your client's list of wants and needs. You will need to know her budget, lender pre-approval amount, preferable location, size, design quality, specific amenities, and other factors. Once you fully understand what she is looking for, you are now able to start the search for the perfect property. That leads us to the question, where will you find properties for your buyer? There are several methods agents use to track down properties. We are going to look at them one by one, starting with the easiest. The Multiple Listing Service, or MLS for short, is an ideal spot to find active listings that will meet your buyer's criteria. You will have the option to set parameters within the search fields. This allows you to narrow your search down to what your buyer is looking for. For example, you may choose that you want only two-story homes with three bedrooms and two baths within a certain neighborhood. You can also narrow it down by price and amenities such as garages and basements. If you cannot find the exact property your buyer is looking for, then expand your search to expired listings. There is always a chance that the seller hasn't sold it and would be willing to work with your client. In addition, make sure you are signed up for the daily listing sheets. As other agents get new listings, they will input the information, and the MLS software will automatically send out these lead sheets on a daily basis to all agents on the mailing list. If you still cannot find what you need within the MLS, then it is time to expand your search to pocket listings. A pocket listing is any listing that is known or held by a listing agent or salesperson that is not in the multiple listing service. In some markets, the demand is so high that sellers will 180 page /n img 5266 ===n img 5267 ===n. Impossible. A short sale can take anywhere from 2 to 6 months or more to close. Keep that in mind when presenting these properties to your buyer. FSBO is an acronym for a for sale by owner listing. You can find for sale by owner listings online. There are many websites that specialize in these properties. You can check websites such as, and you can also find these properties on Craigslist. You can identify the properties because they will have the word owner at the end of the headlines. Newspaper classified ads are another source of for sale by owner listings. As you are driving around, keep your eyes open for non-brokerage for sale signs and write down the number.